Okay. All right. Welcome, everybody. We're glad you're all here. Let's start off our meeting with the invocation by Marilyn Patterson.
Our Heavenly Father, we just thank you for the time that we get to be together as Lions and smiling and greeting each other and just building up that energy that gives us that energy to serve others and go out into our community. We ask that you bless the food that we have eaten today and bless our friendship. In your name, amen.
Amen. Pledge of allegiance to our flag. Rick Johnson, would you lead us? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And the singing of an anthem, Mr. Ken Botero. Land that I love, stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above, from the mountains to the prairies, to the ocean, white with gold. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home. All right. Lion Tamers, tell us about all of those cards that are papering your table back there. Oh, no, tell us about our guests first, and then we'll get to the cards later.
President Cheryl, fellow Lions guests. We have Jay has brought Sherry, and George Rader. Would you like to introduce your guest, please?
Do you need this? Do you need this, George? Okay. Never pass up a chance to get a mic.
Yeah, recovering politician in Knoxville is a dangerous combination. President Cheryl, fellow Lions and guests, I'm happy to introduce my niece, Brenda Morales. Brenda is the office manager for the Feineman Ophthalmic Surgery Clinic. So if any of you old timers are in there ready for your cataract surgery, I can get you in. You have to drive to Newport Beach, California, or fly, and I'll go with you. So.
Thanks, George. Welcome, dear. Okay. Any other guests in the house? Yes. Jay?
President Cheryl, fellow Lion members and guests, my wife Sherry.
Welcome, Sherry. We're glad you're here. Anybody else? Okay, I wanted to let you know that we're shaking up the meeting just a little bit this morning, or this, I guess it's afternoon now. Our Happy Bucks will be at the end of the meeting, pending time, or toward the end of the meeting after our announcements today. So that makes you, Terry, up first. Sorry.
You're going to tell about the cards?
Well, yes, we can do that. I usually do that later in the Sunshine Report later. I'll do it now, okay? Since Terry's got his mouth full, he's trying to eat his lunch. So tell us what's on the table there.
All right, President Cheryl, fellow Lions guests. We have several cards up here. If you haven't had a chance, please go and sign them. And this is pretty much due to having to, I've been going down the roster, calling everybody that doesn't normally come to club to make sure they know about our 100th celebration dinner. So I've gotten through quite a few conversations, and I do have some good news, but for right now, we've got news about Eric Pegler, and he's going through radiation. I understand that he's got 30 plus years in the club. And Greg Churchill, so he was a member up until fall last year, and he passed away recently. So we have a card for his wife Julie, and flowers are going to be sent out tomorrow. Darla Portray had a stroke last Sunday, and talked to her husband Andrew, who's also a Lion. He says she's able to talk, and I guess she has numbness in an arm, and she's waiting for a spot for rehab in Vancouver. And Jack Patton. So I understand he's 89. And but he fell at home and was checked out of the hospital. He's doing fine as far as that, but he did mess up his knee and he can't walk. So we've got several cards. Thank you.
All right. Sorry to hear about the sad news. If y'all haven't had a chance to see those cards or put your name on one, be sure you stop by the desk before you leave today and do that. Okay, Terry, are you ready?
Oh, you bet.
Okay, here we go.
Thank you, President Cheryl, fellow Lions and guests. You have the awards for August, but I have one from July that I didn't get to hand out last month. They're rookies, and they've been in the club for 12 or 13 years now, it seems. Not really. They're rookies, and for the Rookie of the Month, it was Anna and Rick Hartley. They were on vacation or hunting or whatever. So we're just standing here at the minute. So if you'd like to come up here and get your award, please. That's for all the work they did during July, our busy month. They were doing an awful lot of those. You want to give it to me?
Sure. I'm just standing here like I had good sense, so there you go, Anna.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Cheryl's got it.
Terry,
You want to stand there?
you need to get in on this too.
Oh, well, wait a minute. Move chairs.
Here he comes.
Here I am.
Yeah, there he is. I'm on my tiptoes.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Let's see who might be here. I don't think anybody's here. But I'll award them anyway. Unsung Lion of the Month was Cindy Ward for doing all her work in August. She's usually there in the chuck wagon and kettle corn, at least one deal, but she gives awfully nice hugs there also, so that's always nice. Anyway, Cindy, you're not here, are you? You're busy?
Cindy, that's it.
I said Cindy, didn't I? That's it. Turn up your hearing aid.
What?
George, talk to this one. The Lion of the Month is a gal that did an awful lot of work July through August. Did the cash register in most of the wagons. Gail Bradley, who's not here, Bob's here, but if Bob wanted to come and get Gail's, I'll give it to her some other time, otherwise. He's going to come up here, all right. He'll look a lot like Gail anyway. I'm sure we can pass this off with the award, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, I can give you a copy of this.
Yeah, she just left Georgia ahead of home.
Okay,
She left Georgia this morning ahead of home.
okay, well, yep.
Well, that's fine. Georgia, Georgia. And the unsung, or the Rookie Lions of the Month, they are here because they've been here ever since August sometime, or July. Really, they did an awful lot of work during the concessions and the Go Forward and the fair and everything else. But they weren't sworn in yet. So now they're sworn in, so I can give them the awards for for August, for Rookie of the Month, Jay Pruitt and Josh Cobb. If you get to be a rookie or a new member, this is the way to do it. I mean, they're almost like old hands by now.
They know what they're doing, unlike the rest of
Yeah,
us. Yes.
they're ready to run this thing now.
Right.
Thank you, guys. If you haven't met those two, you haven't been doing enough working, because they're all.
That's right. Okay.
Now that I've been told, I have another award to present. A request to present an award. It says, evidently being a moderator at the 2023 USA-Canada Lions Leadership Forum in Reno, Nevada. USA, believe it or not. It was either that or Canada, I suppose. All right, we have two of them, and believe it or not, they are here, and just like they always are. Marilyn Patterson, if you'd bring Steve up, and Steve, if you'd bring Marilyn up. Thank you very much for all you two do.
Look at how red, white, and bluish they are today, too.
Yeah.
Never believed Steve would be in moderation.
And Marilyn, you guys want to stay up there now? Because it's very worse.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, thank you very much, guys. How was that going? Awesome. Okay. Good. Well, if you do, if you're ready to do your awards or stuff,
Yeah.
other
Okay.
mic. Do you have another
And
mic?
we will just segue right into
Gotta
an
get 'em up.
induction. We're going to do an induction today of some special people. Marilyn, you're going to want this one probably.
What are we doing next?
Induction, yes. Induction of our new people.
I'll do that.
We're pleased to announce that we have 4 new members to induct today, and we'd like them to come forward at this time with their sponsors, and they are Penny Piper
Good guess.
with their sponsor, well, oh, Marilyn, you're the sponsor. Go ahead, okay. And
David Hammond.
David,
We need you to come up front. Let me get the chair out of the way. You don't want your cane? You want your stick? You want your cane? Yes? Okay, stay right there.
Which is last name?
and I believe Shannon also, and
Nardine,
Carol, that's right.
Shannon, and Carol.
And sponsor, Greg Firth. And Hal Palmer. Can you manage all of that? Okay, you want to, what do you want to do? Grab my arm? Does that work? Touch him. Well, I better turn around and walk forward. It will be okay, right? Okay, I'm going to bring David up here with me. Okay. I'm going to stop here and just turn around. We got Hal.
Penny, pull her out a little bit. Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
How's that? Is that good?
Okay, good.
I have too many jobs again, you guys. Just help me out. You're on.
Okay. Shannon Carroll, Penny and David, you are joining the largest service organization in the world. We currently are at 1.4 million members in over 200 countries and about 48,000 clubs. It all began way back in 1917 by a fellow by the name of Melvin Jones. Melvin Jones was a Chicago businessman who decided he needed to give back to the community, so he got a lot of his business friends and other friends together. They formed what is called Lions Clubs International. In 1925, their guest speaker was Helen Keller, and she challenged the Lions to be knights for the blind. And that's when the mantra that we today believe to be the service that we provide for the hearing impaired and the blind. We light a candle on Penny, hold the candle. That candle represents your desire to share the light of the world to those that cannot see and those that cannot hear. On the emblem that you see, and David will just describe this to you, on our banner in the back is a large letter L encircled in gold. On each side is the head of a lion. One lion looks backward at the accomplishments of the past, and the other lion looks forward to the accomplishments we're going to be doing in the future.
Lions, since you have expressed a desire to affiliate with this club, Longview Pioneer Lions, and with Lions Club International, I now ask you to respond to my words with a simple I do or I will. Do you hereby accept membership in the Longview Pioneer Lions and Lions Club International, knowing that you are encouraged to participate in functions of the club?
I do.
To the best of your ability, will you abide by the Lion Code of Ethics, attend meetings, contribute your share to the service activities of your club? Go ahead.
Yeah, that's the way David get it.
Yeah, that's right. Amen. Will you familiarize yourself also with the extension of clubs, which is the zone, district, and Lions Club International structure and its purpose?
I will.
And you will get that information as we go along. I think all of you have attended orientation, so you've had opportunity to see a little bit about that. And with your pledge, and by the power vested in me and Lions Club International, you are now officially a member of the Lions Club.
So will the sponsors now put the pin on the new members? If you were at the orientation, you heard the story from one of our members about what we call the power of the pin. And our member, Pat, our treasurer, Pat Palmer, tells the story of how he was traveling across the country and his car broke down and a man who was a mechanic mechanic stopped and helped him, took his car back and fixed his transmission. And he looked at Pat, and Pat had a pin on. What's that pin? That's the pin of a lion. Then there'd be no charge for what he did for the man. It's called the power of the pin. Is that correct, Patrick?
Essentially, yes, sir.
Sure.
You didn't have as many tears as he did.
That's a fact. That's a fact. You're getting, each of you are getting a kit. Inside is a membership certificate suitable for framing.
Okay, next we'll have to buy new frames. Okay. So, yes, and in that membership packet also is some information about Lions Club International. And you also have a discount. You can go online to Lions Club International's website and you can shop in their shop, and you might be able to find something you'd like to buy for yourself. I also have a copy of what past council chair actually printed out during your council year. And what it is the Lions Code of Ethics. Hal's theme was what if, and so then it works as a wonderful bookmark or just a keepsake. But I've asked you to promise that you will try to abide by these things, and you don't know what they are. They're right there for you now, so you know what they are. So our sponsor pins, did we get that taken care of?
We did.
We did. We did. So fellow Lions, sponsors, I would ask that you will make an effort to get to know these Lions if you've not met them. Walk up and introduce yourself. Make them feel welcome. And again, new Lions, I challenge you to be brave enough to come and ask questions when you wonder what something about it. Not only with your sponsor, but fellow Lions that could give you those answers.
There's a time when you could speak about yourself that you won't be fined. And that time is now. You have 1 minute to tell the club a little bit about yourself. And if you don't want to, you can just pass the mic. Okay, we'll start with Shannon.
I'm Shannon Martin. I came from Porter, that's where I was born. I was born with Ben. I came here out of nowhere. I'm looking with Ben if I can find better, find a more like new clinic somewhere. But I'm so much hurt, so it's like that's why I'm whipping back and forth. And I'll let you talk to the next person.
Thank you, Shannon. And for those of you who don't know it, he's really good at chopping onions.
Yay, I don't have to do it anymore.
Carol, just say something like,
Well, Jay is my brother, and that is my son.
thank you.
My name is Penny Kuiper. I'm married to Bob. We've been married for 53 years. I think that's an accomplishment. And I'm a retired nurse.
Hey, Penny.
Hi, David.
President Cheryl, fellow Lions and guests. Thank you for allowing me to be a great Lion and a great supporter, and thank you for that quote from Helen Keller, that the one about giving back to the community and everything about the Lions. That is one of the great peoples, and I'd be more than happy to serve you however and whenever and wherever you go. Thank you very much.
So for everybody's information, David's given me permission for this. If you are near him and want to guide him somewhere, you hold out your elbow, okay? I'm holding out my elbow, David, so at least grab it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. There it is. And then just guide him to where he wants. He's a fairly picky eater, so what we do is we just check up there and see if there's something that he wants. And so we just take care of it that way. What was everything I was supposed to tell people? Oh yeah, he's loud and obnoxious, so he fits right in.
beginning of the meeting, and you might want to add this young man to your list of song starters. Yeah.
Start the song, that would be
He
great.
harmonized the entire thing.
Fellow Lions, welcome our new members. Thank you.
Now you finally got somebody to do the song.
Okay.
We'll get it back any minute now.
Okay.
All right.
Cheryl.
Thank you. Okay, that was great. Welcome, welcome all four of you new Lions. We're so happy to have you here. So happy to have you among us. Okay, let's roll into announcements. First off, a little bit of business. Don't forget board. There's a meeting on Thursday morning, 8 a.m. Cascade Title. Be there. And Lions, Lion visitors are always welcome. If you're not on the board, you're always welcome to our meetings. They're open. Sharon, do you want to tell us about the next thing that's coming up on Friday?
President Cheryl, fellow Lions and guests. On Friday, we are doing kettle corn, and it is supposed to rain. So if it's just doing our normal Washington rain, we will be there. If it's a torrential downpour, we won't. So just kind of look outside in the morning if you sign up for a shift and see what's going on. And if you're not sure, you can give one of us a call. Thanks.
Don't forget, we have our zone meeting a week from today, a week from tonight actually, at the Sons of Norway Hall in West Kelso. That would be Tuesday, October 3rd, starts at 6 p.m. There's a dinner. I don't know how much it costs. Who does? $15. So if you did not show of hands last week that you're coming and you know that you're going to come, could you raise your hand now so I can add you to the count?
Which one?
If you did not raise your hands last time, there's 3 more. Okay. You are, but I think Marilyn RSVP'd for you earlier. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3. Yes, you did tell me. And I will get a hold of Jan and find out if she's already got you on the list. Okay, and Sharon.
Repeat the date again?
It's the 3rd of October, 1 week from today, in the evening, 6 p.m. at the Sons of Norway. Okay, so whatever I told her before, I guess I should add about 4 to that. Okay. Let's see. Greg, you had something you wanted to share with us.
President Cheryl, fellow Lions, yes. October 19th, it's a Thursday. Got a sign-up sheet back here. It's United Way Power of the Purse. We did this last year. It's just helping them set up for the evening. It starts about 8 in the morning, and if we have a good group of Lions there, I'd say it'd probably take about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours to put everything together. And I think they'll have coffee and donuts for us too. Where's Patterson? He likes those donuts. Oh, here he is. Anyway, sign-in sheets here. Please sign up. And if you have any questions, ask. And the other thing, I do have membership apps with me. Anybody in need of membership app, just come see me. Thank you much.
Excellent. Okay, don't forget, we also have coming up in October on the 28th. That's when the kiddies go tent to tent or canopy to canopy at Lake. Oh yeah, there we go. Pat's got it. Candy for Halloween, October 28th at Lake Sacagawea. We will be providing candy. So if you could bring in a package of that to share, that would be just dandy.
And who do we give that to?
You could give it to me. All right, because candy is dandy. Okay.
Is it safe at your house?
It's safe. I ask that it's sealed, and I do have some scruples, so I won't open it and eat any of it. Promise. And Hal, since you have something on the ticket, what do you want to share with us?
President Cheryl, fellow Lions and guests, wasn't my new member trained well?
Yes.
Yeah, good job, David.
Better than most of us.
First thing, I do have 100th anniversary applications here for you if you haven't got yours yet, because we want to try to get this as an opportunity for more of our club members to meet the president of Lions Clubs International. I can tell you Marilyn's, thank you very much, Eric. I can tell you Marilyn's experience was that I used to think Marilyn was the most awesome woman in the world. And now it's Patty Hill, right? Yeah. But she's amazing. Second thing, we're going to have a 100th anniversary meeting on next Monday. And then after this meeting, announcement number 2, is that all the Melvin Jones Fellows that are in the room, if we meet over in the corner, we're going to make a list of those to vote on for the 8th that we're going to give away at the 100th anniversary dinner. So it all works together. Thank you.
Great. That's it? For you? For now?
For now.
Okay. Next up was Carrie Ann, but she just left the building. With Elvis, I guess.
Actually, Cheryl, I have something that I can fill in with.
All right.
During the induction ceremony, we're supposed to advise the new members that in order to get their red badge, blue badge exchange, they needed to know 4 things they needed to do 4 things. Kenny? You've already done one of those things. What was it?
Is that the one you want me to tell you? Orientation.
Yeah, good.
Okay.
Hasn't done a work party yet?
David?
He's already done it too.
Orientation is one of those things that you need to do to get your badge. What's the other ones? Oh, one. What other one?
Board meeting? Good job.
Board meeting.
Okay.
Coming up on Thursday. Okay, Mary?
Carol?
Carol?
Mary's back there.
Why did she change her?
Hi, Mary. Great to see you again. This is Carol. Okay, Carol, let's see. Okay, so maybe a
Service.
Go see somebody.
visitation. Okay, Shannon, there's one more.
Lots of them.
Word for it.
Yeah, there we go. All right. And for those that are wondering, Carrie Ann is not stealing our banner up here. She is going to give it for temporarily to the nice lady who's going to sew on our Melvin Jones patch for us.
Does anybody know where 18, 19, 20, and 21 are? Because we jump right from 17 to 22.
I know the answer.
Hal knows the answer.
If we were collecting money to give away up the 8th for 100th anniversary.
So there's going to be a gap that can go right underneath the last one.
So we leave it, okay.
When they come later, we'll just put it in that book. Yeah. Okay.
So leave
How-
room.
However you want to do it, yes, thank you.
Perfect.
If they're sewn, we can always move them. If they're glued, they're kind of stuck where they are. Okay. So, Jane, I think you had something for us.
Sure. Does Carrie Ann have something?
She does, but she's engaged right now. We'll get her just right after Jane.
Hold on, Jane, I'll be there.
Gage, I thought she was married.
Take bigger steps, Steve.
President Cheryl, fellow Lions and guests. The 100th anniversary decorating committee is looking for photographs. And the older the better, but we are looking for a variety of photographs. We will be happy to make prints of them. if you have them on your computer, then check with Rose, and she will meet you at Walgreens to make copies of them. But we are definitely looking for any kind of photographs, especially of past presidents.
Okay. And let's see. Are you back, Carrie Ann? Here she comes. Okay. Carrie Ann, I think you have...
Stop where you are.
He's already done his 5 laps.
That is what we call freeze, is what you're supposed to say. My 5-year-old granddaughter, we do that at home. Freeze. Yes. President Cheryl, fellow Lions and guests, 2 quick things. There's a document that's going around. It's a better printout to correct your date of birth. Please do that. Some of them are on there correctly, and most of them are not. So the last one, I couldn't really read it. It was way too small. So this is a better printout. And then secondly, I wanted to just bring up as a reminder, Jumbo Toy Run. If you've ever helped with Jumbo Toy Run, raise your hand. So a lot of people aren't familiar with it. So you're going to hear more about that. But it is the Sunday after Thanksgiving. Please put it on your calendar. This year is the 40th year.
November 26th.
Could possibly be the last. We'll see. But
At least.
Okay.
Takes all of an hour and a half to do. It's a lot of fun.
Takes me that long to find the place.
Thanks, Carrie Ann. Okay, I think that's all of our announcements for now. I have a little something for you all, or some of you all, and eventually maybe all of you. I want to recognize here over the next several months, in no particular order, some folks I've had the pleasure of coming to know and who worked alongside me in Lions. A few of you for a long time, or a long time ago, and some more recently. Some of you have simply just been a great inspiration to me. So I'm going to start out with one of the folks that I've known the longest, Greg Firth. Here you go. Greg Firth gets this lemon pie because he's kind of crusty on the outside, a bit tart if you bite him, but he's actually quite sweet underneath it all. Hal Palmer, I have for you a Twix. Because Hal is one of those guys that's always betwixt and between commitments in 2 places at once and about 3 conversations at the same time. But he still manages to get a lot done as a Lion. Thank you, Hal. Leroy Parcell gets these dots because he's our secretary. He crosses all the T's and dots all the I's for us to keep our club records and information straight. So whatever this lady does for Pioneer Lions, which is a lot, Sharon Nolan sticks to it like peanut butter. Jane Gurdon and Darlene Mungin, you get sweet tarts, each of you, because you provide us with handmade desserts, not 1, but 2, week after week after week. One of these days, I'm going to buy a ticket and I'm going to win one. Starburst for Ann Camarda, who steps up, takes part whenever and wherever needed, learns how to do what she doesn't know how to do yet, takes initiative, one of our newest pioneers, Stars.
Front and center.
Here's a spicy snack stick. It might be pepperoni, it might be mystery meat, I don't know. But Ken Botero is just a little zesty. He's not afraid to bring a little bit of heat from time to time. He makes his present known in a good way. These cashews are for Bob Bradley. Because Bob, where are you? I cash you doing good things to help people all the time. We love you, Bob.
Marianne's getting her exercise.
Call me Vanna.
Good and plenty. Mike Parker, where to begin? The name says it all, because he's done so much in the name of Lionism over the years. Good and plenty. And the last one for today, but not the last one, is this bottle of McCormick Grill Mates roasted garlic and herb seasoning. It's a bottle of at-home cooking seasoning for our newest grill king, Lion J. Pruitt, who stepped up early, and when he's on the grill, he works that bad boy like a boss. Now, I didn't want to take too much of our program here, so I'll save some more for another time. If you, just so you know, these are not bribes, just tokens of my appreciation for you and all you do for this club. If you didn't hear your name yet, it's not because I don't appreciate you. I just haven't gotten to you yet. So there will be a part 2, a part 3, and maybe even 1 or 2 more occasions of this little recognition exercise down the road. In the meantime, let's continue having a fun year.
You know, you still got 8 more months to do this.
We have some ticket drawings to do. And Happy Bucks.
Cheryl, are you going to have us?
That was going to be, Marilyn. Yes. You and Steve. Yes. That would be a good time to do that.
Steve, you still got your mic?
Do you want us to all come up at the same time?
You can.
4 of us will share something.
Okay. That's all right. We have 15 minutes. We're good. Almost 15 minutes. But
Fellow Lions, President Cheryl, fellow Lions, and guests, where'd Steve go? Come on, Steve.
He's still walking.
You know, it was kind of like that at USA. I just wanted all of us to share just a little highlight about our trip to Reno to the USA-Canada Leadership Forum. Now you hear sometimes we're going to MD19 conventions, and we have our spring conventions, and then we also have International Lions conventions. This one is not international necessarily. It is run by USA and our Canadian friends. It's one of the best experiences any Lion could have. It wasn't just for all leaders, it was for all Lions in many, many ways. Something for everyone. So Sharon's on my right. That'd be good. I'll have Sharon.
President Cheryl, fellow Lions and guests, first of all, I just want to thank you for the opportunity that you all have given me to be able to go to the convention or the forum. It was truly amazing. I encourage every single one of you to go to at least once in your Lions career. And I'm sure if you go once, you will want to go again. There was so much that we learned, so many different lectures and classes that we had. But one of them that I took was called leader or boss, and it was the 12 competencies of being a servant leader. And the one that struck me the most, I labeled myself, it's called empathy, but I subtitled it, The Heart of a Lion. And one of the things that it talks about is the 4 elements of empathy. And the one, see the world through their eyes and try to understand where they've been and where they're going. Appreciate them as human beings. Every single one of us is a human being, and every single one of us should be appreciated for that. The definition of empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. The last 2 is understand feelings and communicate understanding. And I think those are probably the 2 that will help us to be able to have that empathy. Try to reach out to other people, love them where they are, and accept them. And for like all of you guys that did to me, give them a family. I have a project for us maybe from the conference. Get to talk to a lot of people in different clubs, and there's a way for us to, and I thought this would be good, just a winter project, but I've got a little bit of information, and it's a yearly project collecting plastic bags and different kind of plastic. We have to get 1,000 pounds. And then where we get bench out of it to put into a park for the city.
Thank you, darling.
Great environmental project.
You go to a forum like this and you wonder, what's in it for me? There were 88 seminars. So if you couldn't find a seminar that you didn't like or care to go to, then you don't belong in Lions. It was that well. It was that good. It was my birthday week. I had an opportunity to make a few Keno deposits, which I did. But the last day was the best day. I won $5.
What did you learn besides that?
Nothing.
Never to bet.
Yeah.
Okay, the best seminar that I attended was one called The Autopsy of a Dying Club. What makes, and it was, I'm telling you, an eye-opener. And so many people, there were over 300 people that attended that one. They had to put it in one of those big rooms. Yeah, because that I heard more of the "My Club is Dying" than anything else. And I'm glad to see that we are not. And we're going to continue to do the things that will help us grow. And that's a fact.
Sharon has something else.
Oh, no.
I just want to encourage every single one of you to come to the anniversary dinner on November 30th. What a treat we have in being able to have Dr. Patty Hill to come and speak to us. She was truly amazing, very inspirational, and I can't wait till we all get to hear her.
I know it's easy sometimes to think about, those people up there at that upper level, but every one of the Lions at this attendance started just like us, in a club. And she is so genuine and so brilliant. It's just wonderful to listen to her ideas, and as you say, she's very inspiring. So a plug for our celebration. It just doesn't always happen that the international president comes to visit a club locally like that. They have so much else to do. So we're very honored with that. Just in summary, the first course that we could walk into when we started our day on Thursday morning was at 8:30 to 10:30. It was called Speed Learning. And if you are on Facebook, you're going to see Mark Manzel and Stephanie Odell, our very own district Lions, in gold costumes like the ringmaster. We had 10 tables, 12 round tables. And at each table you had a facilitator, and that facilitator had a subject to talk about. They had 10 minutes to share it, 10 minutes. Then we had to move on to another table and get a stamp for all the ones that we attended. It was lively, extremely noisy, but very good and just invigorating, and gave us a good kickoff for the rest of it. One more thing I'd like to share. It was such an honor to be invited to be a moderator. And there was training involved. We had to attend a couple of events prior on Zoom. Missed one because of the time frame, but we got to make it up. Anyway, with that, Steve and I both had good presenters, and the one that was really a special one was mine. His name was Dr. Robert Littlefield, a past international director, an educator in a college now, and his skill was communications and leadership. And each one of us are a leader in some way in our Lions Club. We don't have to have a title, except that we're a good lion of service. Steve said it's by far the best presentation he had ever heard. I was just greatly honored to be involved. So are there any questions? Believe me, if you have questions, ask any of us, and we would just be happy to share comments. Steve? Pat raised his hand.
When is it next year?
September 5th through the 7th in Louisville, Kentucky. Come on out to Louisville.
Louisville.
Okay.
Mark?
That was his
That was
question.
it. All right.
And there were 1,600 lions at this convention. Truly?
1,600 lions.
Yeah.
And one more thing, we also participated in the Strides Walk. Sharon and I, did you? I can't remember. So the Strides Walk was a service project and a fundraiser for diabetes and in Nevada. There was two things that money went to. I believe they announced $14,000 was raised. I mean, a group of several lions, about 300 lions, I believe, signed up for that. We walked half a mile, maybe a mile.
3/4 to a mile.
3/4. Wasn't a lot, wasn't too stressful. But remember, we were at a casino, and there was this floor, and that floor, and that block, so enough of us. Thank you, guys.
Thank you all for sharing your experience. Let's get more people out next year.
How about we do just a couple of happy dollars?
Yeah, there you stand with your blue bucket all by yourself, only the lonely, Steve. So see what you can do in 5 minutes.
All right, let's do it. Lion Ken.
President Cheryl, fellow Lions and guests, I'm just sitting here anxiously waiting for this opportunity. Since this is going to be a very fast week, I'm going to have the opportunity to have all of you sing happy birthday to my lovely wife, who will be in reverse 79 next year.
Okay.
How about me, too?
Happy birthday, Marnie.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Marnie. Happy birthday to you.
President Cheryl, fellow Lions and guests, I'll try to make this really quick. 2 weeks ago, I got to go to my own RA Long 50th reunion. This last weekend, I got to attend the Mark Morris Social. Saw 7 of their classmates from St. Rose, enjoyed that. One of my classmates submitted a photo from the Reynolds Metals softball team in the late 40s. My father was in it, so the past Brian Mokelch was in it.
Wow.
Great weekend of grandkids. I'm not going to go through all that. Quote of the week from St. Augustine. Patience is a companion of wisdom.
Patience is a
Fine, Pat.
companion of wisdom.
I've never heard that one before, Mark. I've never practiced it either. All right. President Cheryl, fellow Lions and guests, $5. I didn't get to chat with you last week, but a little update and an apology, okay? So, at the beginning of September, the docs looked at me and said, gee, things aren't going really great. We're going to put you on 3 new medications. The one medication they put me on, the very first warning said, causes severe depression and mental anguish. And I thought, great, that's where I live anyway. That's awesome. Can't hurt me. Well, apparently I may have said or done something to a couple of people over the course of the first 2 weeks
weeks or a month before, right? Self-weaned off that medication. So if I offended you or hurt your feelings or did something, during that time, I sincerely and truly apologize. It was drug-induced.
Yeah. What about the rest of the year?
So there's the apology. The best news is, going forward in the future, it'll just be absolutely 100% from the heart. It won't be drug-induced.
Ryan Dwayne.
President Cheryl, fellow Lions and guests, there's a happy $5 going down to Las Vegas for 3 weeks.
Oh.
And Jay Pruitt has volunteered to help run the Champion Long Gone. And it's just great to be a Lion.
I'm glad you put your money in ahead of time.
Okay, this is a first. This is a first. Listen up, Lion Ann has a happy dollar. Or two.
President Cheryl, fellow Lions and guests, have a couple of happy bucks to even out the news that we got for these cards. So as I'm running down the roster for our 100th anniversary, calling people about some interesting conversations. So we'll start out with Len Morelli, and he said, oh yeah, and that Pat Palmer grabbed me by the lapels at the Columbia Theater and got me to join the Lions. So he brought you up right off the bat. So he's living in Tucson, and he gives his best to everyone. Dr. Thomas Little, he sounded like the sweetest guy. He says he doesn't get around much, and I think I heard he's living in Canterbury. He wants to come to a meeting, and it really sounded like he has a great sense of humor. And he also wanted to know if Ken Botero was attending. I had to take that. And then, so this last one, Phil Olson, and he sounded like trouble right off the bat. So he's living in Maricopa, Arizona. He gives his best to everyone. I kind of added that, but I'm sure he would have said it. I asked if he had a message or wanted to harass anyone, and he said, I want to harass everybody.